Hello everyone, so in today's video I'm going to show you how to run the PlayStation 2 emulator on Batocera. So I'm assuming that you already have Batocera installed on your single board computer or on a USB flash drive which you're using to boot to a computer. So you'll need a couple of things before you can use PlayStation 2 on Batocera emulation station. So you need to have these BIOS files, all of them, and you can find them all in Batocera 33 BIOS. So you just download this. It's 558.8 megabytes. Maybe it'll take a couple of minutes or maybe less. Get all these files and you just put them into the BIOS folder. So as you can see, that's the folder, that's the file. Has everything you need here. Should be in there. Like EROMs. PlayStation BIOS files. All in there. All you have to do is go into your Batocera and put all the BIOS files in there. So I'm going to go back to my Batocera and see what the IP address is. Now I'm back to my Batocera, so press start. And you want to get your IP address. Mine is 192.168.1.105. Yours will be different, but that's my IP address. You can also enable Wi-Fi here. I do not have Wi-Fi on this computer. I'm connected via let me go back. Network settings. I'm connected, I don't know. Let's see. I don't have Wi-Fi here, so I don't have, cannot enter it, so. But as for the way that I'm connected to the internet is through a LAN connector. And like I said, it's 192.168.1.105. Yours could be different. And it's connected here. And the host name is Batocera. You could either connect to Batocera via your IP address, or you can connect to it with your host name on Windows. Both should be okay. So now I'm going to go back to my Windows PC. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some ROM files, PlayStation 2 ROM files, and PlayStation 2 BIOS files. Okay, now I'm back on my computer. So the IP address was 192.168.1. 105, or I could type in Batocera as well. That also works. So that's the host name. So I go to BIOS. I go in here, go to BIOS. I just drag all that and dump it in BIOS folder. I already did, so that's all you have to do to get all the BIOS files for the PlayStation 2. And the games go here under PlayStation 2, I think, or PS2. I put some games in here already. Let's go to info. So .iso, .mf, .mdf, .nrg, .bin, .img. They're all okay. So the file I have is .iso, I think. And that will work. You just dump all your PlayStation 2 games in here, like so. Very simple. And I'll leave this all in the video description so you can find it, okay? Now I'm going to go back to my PlayStation, I mean my Batocera. Okay, so I put in my PlayStation BIOS files and I put in some PlayStation games. So if you want to go into your PlayStation emulator, you can by pressing the F1 key on your keyboard. So make sure you have a keyboard ready, and you need a mouse also. So on the left side of the screen, click on application, and this is what you'll get. So you go to I think PCSX2 config. On the top left, you have something called systems. On the next one, it's called CDVD. Sorry you can't see that because my monitor is not in sync. So you could select ISO, disk, and no disk. So just leave it at ISO. If you want to use a disk, you could use a disk. For config, you can go to general settings and you get that. These are all the BIOS files that I have on in my Batocera. Later I'll show you how to select it. Select the one that you need. So I want to select, let's say, I can select that if I want. Apply. You know what? I'll show you how to change it later. I'll select it to this. Okay. And now I want to go to no, we don't have to worry about it. Go to video. Don't want to go to capture. And the last one is help. Memory card should set up automatically. Graphics settings. I have OpenGL. You could select whatever you want. You could select Vulkan, software, null, or whatever. For me, it's OpenGL. You could change the texture filtering. For me, it's just bilinear PS2. Native PS2 resolution. Anti-scopic filtering is off because I don't have a graphics card in this computer. All I have is the GPU, which is on the CPU, which is HD 4600. So this CPU is i5 4570. So it has an HD Intel HD 4600 GPU built onto the CPU. So you can change all the settings here if you want. For me, I just left it as it is. Hack, you can. I didn't change anything here, I just left it exactly. I'm not going to be doing any recording with the emulator, so I'm done here. To get out, it's Control Q. So I get back here, Control Q to get out of here. Now I'm going to start the PlayStation 2 emulator. I'll start a game, start that. The PlayStation is starting. Okay, this may not show up when you first started, because I configured this before I started this video. So if you want to change your BIOS, you can press the hotkey. For me, it's select and the B button like this, and you go to options. You can go to systems, and then you can go to BIOS, and you can change the BIOS. For me, when I first started this, the BIOS was on Europe version 2.00, that one on the top. But I changed it to this because my PS2 games are in US, so you have to select the right BIOS for the right games, basically. I have US games, so it's US. If you live in Europe, you would probably have to select Europe. If you live in Japan, then you would have to select Japanese if your games are in Japanese. So I'm going to press A to get out. A. So just select the right one and then just resume. For this, it's going to ask about that. Yes. For my computer, I don't have a graphics card. I only have 4 gigabytes of RAM, so it's going to be a bit sluggish. It's not going to run very well. And some games require more CPU power. This runs better than any single board computer, because this is a full blown X64 computer, so this is better. However, it can be better than this if I put more RAM and a better GPU in it. The performance would be good. To get out, it's hot button and start, or you could press the hot button and B, and you can close it like here as well. Just close it from here. Start select, or hot button and start to get out of that. And let's try another game. I want to kind of like show you what this is capable of. The computer that I'm using is not very good. Before I do that, I'm going to show you how to change resolution. I think it's select, You could also change the emulator here. Go here, press B. I selected Libretto PCSX, or you could select auto, it doesn't matter. Video mode, you could set it to 1080p. I just set it at auto. Aspect ratio, you could set it to whatever you want. For me, it's auto. For me, it's OpenGL for that. Rendering resolution, this is what the game will be rendering at. So the higher the resolution, the more CPU power that you're going to need, and a better graphics card as well. For me, it's auto. I don't know what multi-tap is. It's just auto. Anti-scopic filtering, I want that off. I don't care about that. Okay, so back. And let's try to run this game. So this one doesn't work. So let's see. I'm gonna go back and maybe change the BIOS. Let me go back to advanced again. Emulator. I'm gonna select this one. Try this again, because I wasn't able to get into RetroArch with that. Now I can go into RetroArch. I just want to see if the BIOS is correct. Okay, good, it is. Now it should work. Before it didn't work. Now it should work.
Welcome to the new stage of history. Versus Xianghua. Her graceful sword dance grows ever purer. Battle 1. Fight!
Definitely has some performance issues. Like I said, you need a powerful computer to run it. without a graphics card, it's just not good. So let me get out. So now that's how you run the PlayStation emulator.